Okay, that's a Thameslink service going to London. Could be going through the canal tunnels and beyond London, you know, under the new system, but there's a lot of trains being messed about with the new timetable. Anyway, I'm at St Neots and it's the 5th of June 2018, and I was going to Didcot for a steamer and quarry trains being diverted, but I couldn't get a sitter early enough, so I'm hoping perhaps to go tomorrow. It meant tearing like a bat out of hell in the car down to Banbury, and I didn't want to do that. Don't want to tear about just to get trains. So we'll see what we find at Doncaster, so come with me. Okay, bye, see you in a little while. That's going to London King's Cross. How about that for speed then? One come from King's Cross, one going.
Platform 1 of the 10:11 Thameslink service to Peterborough. This train is formed of 12 coaches calling at Huntingdon and Peterborough. Customers are reminded to mind the gap between the train and platform edge when boarding.
It's a 12 coacher going to Peterborough, where I have to change for the train to Doncaster.
St Neots. This train terminates at Peterborough. We will
There you go.
At Huntingdon
On the metro.
and Peterborough.
That's it, this one's running on time, but there's a lot of disruption, I'm afraid. Goodbye St Neots until about 5 o'clock this evening. Sorry, yes, I just filmed a train going in the opposite direction, which I was waiting for. Okay. There are we now at Peterborough, and I've got about 15 minutes before there's a HST. Hopefully it's a HST to Leeds, and I'll get off at Doncaster.
Virgin train service for Leeds, Doncaster, Wakefield, Westgate and Leeds. First class accommodation is towards the rear of the train 4A, with standard class accommodation towards front platform 4B. The cycle should see a member of the platform stand, food bar and trolley services provided. Next train to arrive at platform 4:51, Virgin train service for Leeds. Red light at platform 6:45.
Yeah, that one's come from Liverpool Lime Street via Nottingham and is going to Ely, Thetford and Norwich, and just creeping up in the opposite side of that platform is a train that's come from Stansted Airport, and it's going to Birmingham New Street, and my train has just been announced, as you might have heard. Well, I'm pleased it's a HST, because I do like travelling on these.
Virgin train service for Leeds, Doncaster, Wakefield, Westgate, Leeds, platform number 1451, Virgin train service for Leeds.
This is a bit of a cock up here. There's a freight coming down there, look.
26, 13 service to Hull. Come and sell the Hampton from Apple. Platform 6, 1126, 14 service to sell the Hampton from Apple. Train standing at platform number 4.
I can't run, I'm afraid. My legs won't let me do that.
11:25, full train service to Other Kings. From the residents, Grantham and Other Kings Cross. Trains at the platform number 4, 11:25.
Oh, I've got to run a bit, can't miss it. Bloody hell. That looks like absolute chaos here. And this is the one that we've come on. He's got an amber now because he goes off to the left. A nice little wave from the driver. I don't know what this whole trains is doing here. Don't usually come in here, I don't think. They usually go to London. Very strange. But as I say, I don't know all the timings. But it looks as if a train that had been held up went off towards York, and ours veers off and goes to Leeds. And look at that, I tried to run up here to get that, and now I've got a full view of it. Oh dear. I don't know, I'm sorry, this will be a bit joggy because I'm walking. See if I can get a shot of it for a still shot without that bloody great pole sticking up there. Get it from here and then I can zoom it in when I get home. But it might come to a standstill down there. Who knows? That's it, that should make a nice still shot.
We're now with a 12:19 turning train service from Peterborough and Other Kings Cross. The next train drive at platform number 1 will be lane 11:55 turning train service, Buddington Northgate, Peterborough and Other Kings Cross.
That little thing's off to Sheffield.
Next train to arrive at platform number 1.
Now that was a nice little sequence, weren't it? You've got to admit, I've only been here an hour and a half and we've done quite well, I think.
train by platform number 4, 10, then train service to no passengers down.
A hell of a lot of HSTs about today.
and may be destroyed. Jumping at the double right, is a member of station staff or text British Transport Fleet on 61016. Seat, saved, sorted.
I must say, after all the excitement when I first got it, it's gone really quiet now. The last hour has been almost dead. That's going into the bay there, and there's a Virgin Electric coming down going to Peterborough and London King's Cross. I'm just debating whether to wait for the train coming from Leeds, which will be a HST, and go down to Peterborough for an hour before I get the train to St Neots. Don't know what to do really, you just can't tell. But one thing I will say, today I decided I wasn't going to go up and talk to anybody. I'd see how many people came and talked to me. The answer was none. I've been sitting down there on my seat, and no one, people have been walking past, train spots and everything, not one person has the, I don't know, the interest to say hello and have a little chat, except for a couple of passengers who you'll see a photograph of, and they spoke to me first. and they were waiting for a train to Manchester Airport, and they were going to see the Rolling Stones, believe it or not. So there you go. Well, just a couple of minutes have gone by, and here we have a freight with tankers on. Short and sweet, this one. Well, there you are, decision made. There's more trouble between Doncaster and York, so I'm getting on this and getting as far as Peterborough.
Yes, if you're saying you can't break me, then yes. Yeah, that's what we do then. Okay.
Well, there was 3 66s there.
I don't know that I told you, but sure.
And that's about it. Peterborough, next stop. That was Newark. Looks as if we've got to go on the bus to St Neots. Whoops. There you go. Eurotunnel. This should be interesting. I've never been on a bus to St Neots before.
Yeah, that'd be helpful, please, yeah.
You know the one that normally does Sunday mornings in?
Yeah.
She's at Huntington. That's 07 54 105 156 8.
You won't get anything out of Huntington, mate? Because I'll run them and I've got something down the A1. Okay.
Sarah. Yeah. Just tell her Rafa gave it to you.
No worries.
You made it! Look! How many minutes? About 2 minutes.
Oh, man!
Anyway, St Neots.
No, this is finished now. We're sending a coach at about 4 o'clock.
Oh, right, okay.
Is that what everyone had to do? Yeah, we've got another helicopter coming down. We're all heard it.
Well, there's lots of trains cancelled again beyond Doncaster, so I'm lucky to get as far as Peterborough. And like I've just videoed, hopefully, I can't get a bus now to St Neots, and that's going to take about an hour, I should think. Perhaps even a bit longer, I don't know. So it's bus from Peterborough to St Neots at 4 o'clock-ish. God, what a going on. there goes another freight. I'll come up over to go over the bridge, but I thought I'd get there quick enough, but I can't. There you go. Well, as you can see, there you go. I've decided to go by taxi. I just can't be arsed. We're waiting another half an hour for a bus, and then the bus taking forever to get there. Okay. Golly, I don't know what's gone on there. That's where the new link to the A14 is coming across.